If you missed the Bitcoin pump and you're looking for the next trade, well, you're in the right place, because in today's show, we're going to give you a couple of trades. Yesterday, we had a look at the meme coins, and you can see the top performers are the meme coins. You have Bonk up 51%, Dogecoin up 37.6%, Shiba Inu 29.4%, and Pepe 13%. So taking a look at yesterday's show and the calls that we gave on those meme coins, here are some of those positions. Pepe on the day up 13.3%, 𝗙𝗛𝗓 21% over there. We gave Myro 27%. We gave Wen up 52.8%, and then we gave 𝗕𝗤𝗕𝗥, which is up 150%, and still a very, very low market cap coin right now, which could do wonders moving into the bull run. And then we gave Walsh Corgi, which we already called ages ago. That one didn't perform yet. This is the first dog coin, which is on Bitcoin. So those are the calls. Here's some of the trades. Everything is up massively. As for WIF, still one of my biggest trades percentage-wise, up 6,344%. So massive trade. Smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to cover what's happening in all things Bitcoin, altcoins, and the rest of the market as a whole. Will help to find you your next best trade as the market does heat up, and it's filled with opportunity like it is right now. So let me know in the poll section as well. I definitely want to know your votes. Are you scared right now to be buying crypto? There is a poll below in the description. Go through to that. Are you scared to buy crypto now? Yes or no? I'd love to get a sort of generalized idea for what the market is thinking, and then we can move on, right? Someone's asking, where can you buy 𝗕𝗤𝗓? Well, you need to go on to, if you go onto CoinGecko over here, there it is. It's only on DEXs, and then you'll need to scroll down, and here's the contract address, right? So you'd need to copy that. Oh, sorry, that's Walsh Corgi. Let's go to 𝗕𝗤𝗓. Here you go. You go down over here, and you copy the contract address from there, and then you have to use something like Uniswap. Speaking of which, Uniswap also have implemented limit orders now, which is absolutely incredible. It means that you don't actually have to market buy everything at these ridiculous fees and buy it on the spot, staying up late until your price order gets hit. You can actually set a limit order so it fulfills, and you can go out and touch a little bit of grass, which is good for the crypto people. So all in all, these are the trades. Everything is looking good. I had 42 trades on the table yesterday. 7 of them got stopped out in profit. So currently I have 35 trades which are still open. Reminder, by signing up to Bybit and Bitget using the link in the description below, you automatically entered into the Banter Bags competition, whereby we'll be giving away millions of dollars worth of IDO allocations. And also by signing up to Bybit and Bitget using the links in the description below, you can also come through to here and you can click win a Bitcoin, and there you go. You can claim your sign-up bonuses of up to $30,000. That also enters you into, I see, the winner Apple Vision Pro competition. And then you guess what you think the price of Bitcoin will be by the 15th of May 2024. If you guess closest, the person that gets it closest to the cent is going to win one entire full Bitcoin. So not 0.1 of a Bitcoin, but one actual full Bitcoin. So take advantage of that. You're not going to find competitions like this elsewhere. And also a reminder, by using Banter Bubbles, you have access to our newsroom, right? So you can see exactly what everybody is looking at. I love this guy over here. DGen play for AI, he says over here. Altcoin Gordon, absolutely hilarious meme coin guy. But go ahead and have a look at that. Play around, check what the researchers are looking at. That's how you can get in early on a bunch of the coins. So yesterday there was a big liquidation cascade, both to the up and the downside, right? You got both longs and shorts, which got completely wrecked and taken out of their positions over there. The Darth Maul candle. The long liquidations wasn't as high as what we saw on the 3rd of January, but nevertheless, it was still a pretty big one. A lot of people got scared. Immediate absorption. I think that over the course of today and tomorrow, and especially leading into the weekend, you're going to see that fear that's within the market is going to slowly start to dissipate. People are going to reestablish confidence. They're going to start to open up new leverage positions, and those dips would be that. Dips, right? Absorbed immediately and onwards and upwards. So everything is very, very bullish, and you're seeing very small signs of retail actually now finally returning. You have Brian Armstrong, who's the CEO and founder of Coinbase. He says over here, apps are now recovering, right? Because their app went down last night. We had modeled a 10x surge in traffic and load tested it. This exceeded that number, the number of people that came into the market last night. And this is ultimately a sign that retail is starting to return, right? So it might seem like a bad thing, but it's not. It's actually a good thing. It's showing the very, very first signs and symptoms of the rest of the market coming back. And if you look at the Bitcoin searches over time, taking it on a short time frame, well, you can see the marked increase. All of a sudden, yesterday, there was a big increase. Some of you who have been in crypto for a long time, maybe you've even started to get messages from friends and family members that you haven't heard from in a while. But it's still not back to those extreme levels that we've previously seen, which if you go over here, this shows you the interest over time. If you go over 5 years in the US, ultimately look at where we're at. This is Bitcoin searches over time. Very, very, very low still. So a lot of new market participants could still be coming back. And that's why we want to be well positioned now in altcoins as opposed to later when they pump to ridiculous heights. That means you're going to be taking on enormous risk if you try and find your entries at a later point. It's better to find it while the charts are still looking relatively flat, because there are a lot of altcoins that are still relatively flat. And then you can hold those positions and sit back and sip on your pina colada, enjoying life, watching your portfolio go up and up and up. I must confess, I'm quite tired. I've hardly slept because I'm that guy. I keep looking at my portfolio. We're in that part of the market cycle where every day you just cannot believe the number keeps going up, which is insane. So the final number for the day as per the Bitcoin spot ETF volumes was pretty phenomenal. We're now up to 7.56 billion US dollars worth of ETF inflows. So all records have been totally annihilated and smashed as per ETF volumes within the world. And this is the recordings, right? BlackRock in with the absolute most, Grayscale second, Fidelity third, ARK Invest fourth, Bitwise coming in at fifth, and then there you got the rest of the crowd. So huge inflows, and they'll be marketing this, right? Their financial advisors will now be providing actual financial advice on crypto. And they're going to be looking to allocate between 2 to 3% of their clients' allocation or portfolios towards Bitcoin. And we'll see what happens with the spot ETF for Ethereum. If that comes out at a later stage, that could be the enormous catalyst for a real altcoin season. So still definitely can't believe it that we've run this high without any major pullback, but it is what it is, and here we are. You need to adapt to the information that's provided with you, and this is one of the single biggest candles that we've ever had for Bitcoin in a weekly time frame. It is enormous, absolutely enormous. So we need to watch this very, very carefully. We need to observe. We need to see how does price action close the week. If it closes like this, well, you're going to probably have continuation onwards and upwards. And soon on a monthly scale, I'll show you the monthly chart in a moment. We're going to be coming into that monthly close, right? So if we close the monthly candle at this level, it would be the highest monthly close that we've ever had. Yes, we're not at all-time highs yet, but as per the monthly candle would be the highest monthly close. So pretty big, pretty big. All right, let's look at some of your poll results over here. Are you currently scared to buy crypto? Quickly vote, get your last couple of votes in. There's about 1,000 of you that still need to vote, which are watching live. Whilst you're putting those votes in, please smash the like button. It really helps to get the show content out there. And as I mentioned yesterday, we gave phenomenal calls. And I mentioned yesterday, send this video to your family and friends now. Tell them to come and join us. Tell them not to join at the absolute top, at least for the altcoin market. If they join now, they are joining at the top for Bitcoin, but or at least as we're breaking the prior tops, not the top of the cycle. So smash the like button, and then this is some of your results, right? Oh no, what are we doing? Let's just quickly get that back. Okay, I lost it. James, maybe you can bring it up. I don't know what to do to get it back. Okay, James will bring the poll results up. This is what your guys' feelings and emotions are. Also, I am monitoring the chat. I can see everything. Drop your altcoin requests. If you feel specifically that something is in a beautiful buy zone, we can bring that up as well. I'll take those questions towards the end of the show. Whilst James brings it up, just bring it up at any moment once you have it ready. Let's have a look at Adam Back over here. Adam Back, obviously one of the Bitcoin OGs, the the guys that got in right in the beginning. He's saying over here he has a price target of $100,000 Bitcoin by the halving day, which is, by the way, only around just over a month away. It's sometime in April. And he's saying people are starting to believe. Bears, leverage shorts have been wrecked. They've been scared off. Profit take limit orders have now been moved upwards, so higher and higher people keep raising their profit taking levels, or they're just deleting it and waiting to see what happens. He says over-the-counter trading desks are completely out of coins. They don't have any coins left. Daily, there's a daily $500 million or $10,000 Bitcoin ETF buy walls, and he says this can gap price up much faster than people believe. 51 days left to go, right, until the halving cycle. So here's your results. Are you scared to buy crypto right now? Well, 45% of you are saying yes, you're scared, and the other 55% of you are saying no. What this information tells me, I know it's a small sample size, we just have you guys in the audience, but what this information tells me over here is essentially that there's still some juice left to squeeze, right? Sometimes max pain is towards the upside and people are praying and hoping for a dip to get back into the market. And sometimes price just continues to grind up and rally and rally and rally. Now, I've, of course, been fully 100% invested in Bitcoin since $17,100. I had no additional capital to allocate. So I'm in a different position, but I can always put myself in your shoes. If you've missed out on the entire run, this is what I would do. I probably wouldn't be buying Bitcoin right now. I probably wouldn't even be looking to Ethereum. I would have to go further down the risk curve and start to look towards other altcoins that could be fundamentally strong and survive an entire cycle. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. For those of you who missed out, if you want those coins, please smash the like button. We have more than 3,000 of you live. And the more you guys smash the like button, the more alpha I provide and the more viewers come into the show, which makes everybody much happier and much wealthier. So please smash the like button and then I'll bring out those altcoins. So you have a lot of people, obviously the absolute strongest bears who have ever lived in the history of the world. Peter Schiff, the strong gold bug over here. He says to Nayib Bukele, who's of course the president of El Salvador, he says over here, talk about those profits after you sell and you realize them. He's saying those are paper gains. And Nayib says, cry harder. Can you believe this? Imagine this is your president. This is the space that we chose. Bitcoin, crypto, I love this space. I'm never leaving. We have meme coins popping off. It's beautiful. But we have to always rationalize things and check ourselves, right? What is the saying? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. Make sure that you understand when things are getting too frothy, too overheated, and you need to start to take some profits because people are taking on immense risk. You even have Bitcoin whales. These are people with hundreds of Bitcoin who are now shifting into a risk-on position by taking their spot Bitcoin, the underlying Bitcoin that they bought and had on ledgers, and they're moving that to derivatives exchanges as collateral for leveraged positions. Now, this is something I spoke of. I told you guys about this a long time ago, that this is something I would be willing to do, but we didn't get the major pullback yet for me to actually do that. So instead, I've taken on more risk on altcoins, which kind of makes up for the high beta plays anyway. It's the same thing, right? So he says, green up, time to leverage up. But I say, check yourself before you wreck yourself, sir or madam, because you do need to be careful within this market. But there's a lot to look up to, right? We have the bulls coming out in full force. Look at that. The beast is here. The beast is here. We're back above $60,000 53 days before the halving. We haven't had any rate cuts yet within traditional markets. We haven't seen large influx of new retail yet. I've shown you the very, very small signs and symptoms of them returning in terms of the search volume has just recently picked up. We haven't seen any large influx of retail. ETFs keep stacking billions worth. This is going to be a crazy ride. He says, don't lose it all on a silly leverage trade. Stay humble. Stack sat. So definitely allocate a big portion of your portfolio to just stacking. Doesn't have to be sats, because now, I mean, your upside is probably limited in the sense that where would Bitcoin go from here? Maybe, I mean, let's go extreme optimism and call for a $350,000 Bitcoin target. So you have a 4, maybe a 5x if you're very, very lucky. And that's the extreme optimistic approach. So I would say stack fundamentally strong coins. I'm going to give you those coins if we can get the show to 1,000 likes pronto. So smash the like button and then I'll give you some of those coins. Here's your Bitcoin monthly overview. Yesterday we also outlined the significance of the RSI reclaiming above that 70 mark. Every single prior time that happened, prices obviously continue to rally significantly. And yes, you can still have big pullbacks, right? You had this huge pullback over here, but you continued into the bull run. You had this big pullback over here, and then you had a secondary peak. This is the monthly scale. And timing-wise, we're still looking for continuation. Okay, some people believe this cycle will be shorter than the prior ones. I'm still calling for this to be in alignment with the normal Bitcoin 4-year cycle, which is indicative of a top coming in August to November of 2025. And I'm lining that up with the 18.6-year real estate cycle, which is discussed quite a lot by Phil Anderson. So what that means is still another 12 to at least 18 months of upside, at least in my eyes, but there will be pullbacks along the way. So that's your roadmap. That's what we're looking at. And we can use indicators to give us a bit of an analysis for what's actually happening. BBWP still showing upside momentum. We are in the expansive phase and things can get absolutely crazy in that expansive phase. If we look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, there's no major divergences over here in the sense that you have price running up. You have the spot running towards the upside. You have leverage building towards the upside with longs, and open interest is actually coming down. People have been closing their longs that are over leveraged because they're obviously fearful based on that liquidation cascade that we recently had towards the downside, which created both a major stop hunt on both shorts and longs. So all in all, that's what we're seeing over there. Funding rates are on the rise, but they're not at the most insane levels that we've ever seen. Here we can look at the order book and see actually what's going on over here with the sell orders. There are some sell orders that are coming in at high levels. This one over here is 267 Bitcoin, which they're looking to sell. This one over here, 349. Minuscule numbers, baby numbers, right? Look at what the ETFs are absorbing per day. 10,000 Bitcoin. Insane numbers. This is a measly little number that doesn't mean much. I would want to see more significance when we toggle this across to 600 to 1,000 Bitcoin sell walls on retail exchanges like Binance. Then I would start to get a little bit worried. And the order book is empty, right? Like Adam says over there in that tweet, pretty much people have just removed their orders and they're waiting to see how this thing unfolds. It's unbelievable. We're in unprecedented times, things that we've never ever seen within crypto, and it's rallying hard, right? 60% Bitcoin dominance is still a possibility, but it depends on if Bitcoin dominance is going to close above this 55% mark. That is your mid-range level. We've been playing at level to level. So this is the zone, 50% up to 60%. If we get into 60%, we're looking for, of course, a bit of a reaction there, possibly a rejection. I want to focus very, very high time frame, looking far ahead, right? If we look far ahead to what's happening with Bitcoin dominance, this is your original order block on the Bitcoin dominance that led to the breakdown in 2021, and ultimately one of the biggest altcoin rallies we've ever seen. Things like Chainlink, I think, went from $1 to $67 or $68 is an enormous move, I remember. So as Bitcoin dominance moves up around that 60% mark, this would really be a very, very strong order block level between 60 and 63%, where I would look for a breakdown. For now, we broke out of a very high time frame range. As was mentioned, it was a 2-year range. That's how you knew the breakout was real. You reclaimed the 200-week moving average. And also on top of all of that, it's been an uptrend for Bitcoin dominance, right? Higher highs and higher lows. So the trend is your friend. Nobody is more powerful than the trend, right? I see a lot of top-notch traders, people with massive followings, much more than me on Twitter, and they pull pretty significant views, still trying to short the market. I cannot believe it. It's unbelievable. Trying to short this level of strength while you've been shorting since the bottom is absolutely insane. It's a lunacy. I don't understand it. No one is above the trend, right? So I've given you 2 major lessons today. Check yourself before you wreck yourself is lesson 1. Lesson 2, nobody is above the trend. Write those down in your trading books and remember that. Let's continue on. Okay. ETH BTC, we're looking for a reaction into the zone over here. We did get a little bit of a reaction, but it hasn't fully taken off. And of course, that's why it's significant to focus on what's happening with Bitcoin dominance at this mid-range. If Bitcoin dominance reclaims the mid-range, ETH BTC is probably going to sweep back down again. But I still stick with what I'm saying. High time frame, this is going to be viewed as a reaccumulation range, right? This whole thing is a reaccumulation range. And ultimately, we believe that this resolves towards the upside by the end of the year with ETH BTC trading at the range high. So this has been the range levels for ETH BTC. Zooming out, again, you have your ranges, right? Deviation goes to the top side, deviates, holds into that long-term downtrend. And now we're looking at this as one massive reaccumulation range and trading back to the top side of the range high. So all in all, that's good. What does that mean? What does that mean I'm doing? Since I've been long on Bitcoin forever, I've established my long-term positions and I'm holding them. This is what I'm doing. Any new capital that comes in from other business ventures or short-term trading profits will be allocated towards altcoins. That's what I'm doing. I'm not adding any more to my Bitcoin stack. My Bitcoin stack is set, and that is that. The end of the story. From now on, I'm only looking to altcoins, right? So we'll get into some of those altcoins in a moment. Again, we're seeing more evidence that altcoins could rally over here. You have Matthew Hyland of, here you go, on Twitter. He says over here that Total 2 is breaking out. You can see the clear horizontal levels similar to the prior cycles. And I've shown you the same thing on Total 3. Broke out of the range, went into the sign of strength as per the Wyckoff accumulation schematic. And now we're going into that markup phase, which is pretty aggressive. We're looking for the first major rejection to possibly come from 817 billion. We initially outlined that this would be around a 50% move for altcoins just to catch up. And if you're picking the right altcoins, you could be looking at digits that are much higher than 50% gains, possibly hundreds of percent, right? Like the meme coins, we did 50% in one day. So look at that. To catch up is still another 35%. We've played out a good portion of the 50%, but it's only just getting going. I see your guys' comments. Funland wants Filecoin. Put that on the list. That is one to look at. I think it's going to move. Guys, drop your altcoin requests. Smash the like button if you enjoy the show. Share it with a friend as well. And then we'll get to those altcoins in about 2 to 3 minutes time. Okay. Altcoins also, here you have it. I love this this comment over here. My body is ready. Can you believe that? My body is ready for this space is unbelievable. This space is something else. Yeah, you have the golden cross over here happening on the altcoin market cap, and this is what you can expect, guys. Huge gains to come, right? So you might be shivering in your boots there that you missed this Bitcoin rally. I know how it feels. I've been there once before in a prior cycle. Terrible. I know. I understand. So also, don't over leverage in your positions. A lot of people are now going to try and compensate because of what they've missed the rally on Bitcoin. They're going to try compensate. They're going to take huge leverage positions to be like, okay, cool. You know, I should have had one Bitcoin going into the cycle, but I have like 2. I have 0.2 or 0.1. So down 80 to 90%. So they're going to be like, it's sweet, no problem. I'll take the 0.1 or 0.2 Bitcoin. I'll run it on 5 or 10x leverage. Therefore, I still have one Bitcoin and Bob's your uncle. Let's run it. Don't do that. Rather focus more on spot positions and low leverage longs, right? Okay, Bitcoin on the daily time frame over here trading at just under $63,000. We capped right at the pivot level. Currently, we'll see if we can close back above. RSI has shifted up heavily over here. So to maintain that upside posturing from the RSI, Bitcoin really needs to trade above $63,000. Other than that, we're above all different sorts of supports levels. I'm not going to get into that. Let's just play the trend and let's focus on altcoins for now. 4-hour time frame. Here's going to be your strong invalidation. It's far away, unfortunately, but this is the nature of the game when price moves very quickly. Bitcoin would really need to break below these levels over here, below $50,000 to start to warrant panic within the market. Otherwise, I think these are dips that will be eaten. If it comes back down into this $52,000 zone where it initially broke out, that level will get eaten up. We hit the measured move, right? I gave you guys the measured move. There it is. This was a bull flag. There's your pull, consolidates, boom, breaks towards the upside, you hit the measured move, then there's going to be one of two things happening here. Either going to have profit taking and price is going to come down, or you're probably going to consolidate. I tend to lean towards the consolidation, and hopefully that gives altcoins a chance. That creates another bull flag, which then we can measure to the next target, which will be somewhere above $70,000, and that is your all-time highs. Stock markets, boring. Let's move on. Okay, on a serious note, there is some important data coming out for the markets. Go look at your Forex calendar. I think it's PCE or something earnings that are coming out. Maybe that's something to watch in case it affects the rest of the markets. Okay, some coins that we're looking at. I'm going to be very, very quick into this. Casper, I reinitiated my long position on Casper. It was dropped, of course, in Whale Room. I let everybody know. I said I've taken the Casper long once again. If you want those exact levels, well, you're going to have to join into Whale Room. It is, of course, a premium product, so it's not for free. But if that tickles your fancy and you can spare $100, join into the group. The link's in the description below. If not, the shows provide all the alpha that you need as well. So let's get into it. Casper, pretty much, I think that's a trade, right? This is consolidating. Once you start to break above the 18.4, you're probably going to take off. That's one that I'm looking at. The next, Injective. Now, I was pretty heavily leveraged on Injective, and I did raise my stops into break even. Sadly, I got taken out of this position. This was one of my bigger ones. Sucks, but it is what it is. I think this is going to still break out and continue. He has conservative target coming in at $56, and the next target after that at $74.48. So that is Injective. I might reallocate new capital and take this trade again elsewhere. Otherwise, I've used all my margin. I'm fully long on my Bybit account. It's still a 76% move. So 3x leverage, you're looking at already triple-digit gains, right? Even 2x leverage, once this plays out, triple-digit gains from current levels. It's a big trade. Big, beautiful trade over there. Okay, let me get my list over here. One sec. Let me get my list. I have a couple other trades for you. Very quickly, let's move on to... Let's hit it. IMX was one of them. So yesterday with the Whale School community, we had a live session. This was one of the trades that we're looking at. That is it. Okay, IMX pretty much stops go below the range breakout level over there at $2.72. Entry pretty much right around here. You could probably even raise this now below where that wick took place. Hopefully we don't sweep below that wick again, and you want to see this going quickly. Targeting the 1.618, 2.618, and 3.618 fib extension levels as targets means you're looking at a move up to $4, $4.70, and then $5.42. Also, let me know where else on YouTube do people dox and show all of their trades. I showed it live. So if you appreciate that, guys, smash the like button. Again, it really helps to get the show content out there. I try to keep things very, very honest with you and take all of the trades right here on the show so that you guys can be profitable along with me. ICP USDT, that is the next one. Internet Computer Protocol. Sounds damn cool. This is the trade. Internet Computer Protocol. Also, looking at this as a key level, that would have been the absolute perfect, most beautiful entry into that zone over there between 11 and 12. That's the trade. Looking at similar to what's happened with Bitcoin, a big bull flag consolidation, and once it gets above 15, it will really start to get moving. Then you're looking at a target all the way up to $22. Similar to Injective, that is a 76% move, right? A 76% move. Huge. Okay, let's move on. I have another one for you. TAO. Let's go to TAO. TAO. Here we have it. TAO USDT. Okay, this one is on BitGet. So I'll have to add this into my portfolio. On BitGet, I'm currently running a little bit of a degen portfolio looking at some gaming tokens. These are some of the positions that I have. A reminder, guys, if you sign up to these exchanges, BitGet, Bybit, they do have sign-up bonuses for you. If you're new to crypto, new to trading, claim that sign-up bonus because it also qualifies you. It's your ticket or your entry into the competitions, the banter bags, as well as the as well as the Win a Bitcoin competition. Okay, this is the TAO trade over here. Really a perfect entry would actually be if you could sweep back down to 550, but stop would still be in the same place. I would have the stop loss over here at 502. So if you can scale into this trade over here and enter somewhere around here, if you see something like that, where the bottom is over here at about 550, that would be the optimal spot to load up. But you want to have a little bit of exposure because you just don't know, maybe it already starts to take off now. Targets, again, 1.618, 2.618, 3.618, meaning 780, 940, 1090. It's new. It's part of the narratives within AI. Think of it like Bitcoin with AI converged into one. That's the story. People love their stories within crypto. That's the story. It's in price discovery. It has no previous buyers that are underwater looking to exit this position. Everybody's happy, everyone's in profit, and consequently, the number usually keeps going up. So let's see. You might have a longer term consolidation. This one might take time. Might do something like this for a number of days or weeks, and then ultimately later on in March, you could see the breakout. So sweeps of those lows, that's your zone to get in. What else do I have? Injective. I gave you Injective. That was the first one I gave. Those are the trades. How many have I given you? I gave you IMX. I gave you ICP, TAO, Casper, Injective. That's 5 trades. I have one more, but I think let's not overwhelm you. Let's take some of your chart requests. What are we looking at? What are we looking at today? Okay, James, you got it up. Filecoin, you say. Okay, let's have a look. Filecoin. Some chart requests for the lads and ladies. Let's go. Filecoin. Okay, looks good. Beautiful. Look at that retest into the key range level. So we're trading at level to level. This was a key level to hold, and it did it. It held that level. You're looking at a move up now to $9.25. If it can break above $9.25, it's probably going to start to take off. A little bit of resistance coming in at $12.85. And then after that, a little bit of resistance at 17. And this one's a building narrative, right? They've made some major changes, and it's looking good. Since Arweave is right above it, let's have a look at Arweave. We are long on Arweave. Please tell me I did not get stopped out of my Arweave because I had some pretty heavy leverage positions. No, I did not. Here it is. Here is my Arweave trade. Let's just quickly run it. Beautiful. 1,218%. Love it. Nice. Okay, Arweave is running hard. Is it showing any signs of stopping? No, it's not. This looks like straight continuation. Looking at that massive bullish candle that we had. Next levels of interest. Let's see. I'll watch as things come into this 38 to 40 zone. Eventually, there is going to be a very, very strong pullback from this. It's going to be aggressive to the downside. But for now, long and strong, holding it. Everything has been dropped in Whale Room. So Whale Room community, hold your longs. Long your longs and hold your longs. Okay, just kidding. Don't long your longs, but please hold your longs. Okay, next up we have 𝗓𝗓 and 𝗓𝗢. These are one of my more lagging trades that I have on at the moment. I am long on these as well, but theoretically very similar to the rest. I know you guys might not see it instantly the way that I see it, but pretty much straight uptrend, broke out of the top of the range, coming back to backtest that level, holding it as support. And so long as you don't breach or break below those prior daily lows, which is coming in over here, you could have your stop loss. I mean, your optimal stop loss would be below this wick over here at 71, but it's a bit far away. So I would have my stop at about 76. Watch for any sweeps back down here. Hold your longs. Use your fib tool to work out the extension targets. I can do it for you. Let's quickly show you. Here we go. Fib tool. Quickly work out some extension targets over here. We would be targeting the 1618, which means $1.20, and the next one $1.47, and maybe if things get uber bullish, you're looking at $1.74. So that's the trade on 𝗓𝗓. Now for 𝗓𝗢, perfect entry retest over there. Look at that, closing back within the range level at $1.56. As long as it holds that, all is well and good. If you're lucky, you might get a wick fill into this. So this wick that you see here, you might come and fill half of that wick where price comes down one more time, and the reclaim. That reclaim is a straight entry with the stop below this wick that happened yesterday. And then same thing, work out your extension targets. You're looking at higher prices for 𝗓𝗢. Okay, when was one of the trades that we gave yesterday? Of course, let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at when. Let's have a look at when. When, where are you? Okay, here we have it. Super bullish, straight continuation. Okay, sorry, we didn't give when yesterday. We were long on when ages ago. I gave when on this candle over here. So from a spot perspective, how high is this up? 80. This is 82% up. I have much higher intended targets for when. It's obviously very difficult to gauge targets right now on a high time frame. We kind of just have to monitor it. But what I'm seeing over here, 1, 2, 3 days, and yesterday was actually the first big day. So I would say continuation. This is going to continue. Maybe on day 6 or 7 of 6 or 7 straight green candles in a row, and we're trading somewhere up here. I might start to slow down on the longs there, maybe scale a little bit out of the position, because right now that is one of my highest P&L positions with over 6,000%. So big moves over here on when. I'm optimistic for when for the future as well. I think it looks good. WIF, I'm more optimistic on WIF, right? I think WIF is just such a great meme. Memes can move markets. What better than a dog with a hat? I mean, it's brilliant. Maybe the only thing better than dog with hat is 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬, which is a cat. 𝗕𝗤𝗙𝗕𝗏 cat specifically. This face is ridiculous, guys. Just understand you're taking high risk if you're buying these coins. Yes, this thing has already moved quite a lot. It can move a lot more if memes truly take off. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. Only risk on memes what you can afford to lose. So whatever your stop loss was going to be on an ordinary trade, that's what you can put into a meme. There's no stop losses on this thing. If this thing goes to zero, all your money's gone. Okay, we got Rollbit. Somebody wants Rollbit. Let's have a look at Rollbit. Let's go here. Okay, this is also dog with hat on Ethereum. Now, the theory over here is that there'll be some sort of a gap that closes because dog with hat on Solana is trading at something like 200 times the fully diluted valuation or market cap, and consequently they're looking to close some of this gap. I don't know whether it will happen. This one is even more risky than 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕. So just understand, if you buy dog with hat on ETH, it's more risky than 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕, but I took a bet. Rollbit. Let's go. Talking of betting, let's look at Rollbit. How is Rollbit doing? Okay, so right now this isn't the most cooking narrative. The cooking narrative right now is definitely memes. What you'd be looking at over here is this is the range low, and that's where we're establishing all those longs. And you really just want to watch this float back up to 24 cents, 25 cents. Maybe it sweeps above that high. Pay attention as it gets to that level. Set your alerts. That could be a profit-taking opportunity, or it's going to break out of that level. If it does and it holds above 25 cents, onwards and upwards, it's looking good. All right, guys, I think let's stop it over there. I don't want to meme you guys out. We've covered everything. Love you guys all madly. Have a stellar day. Like the show, share it with a friend or family member, and cheers for now.